All right, so the red special is done. This is as close to Brian May's original red special as possible. The tracings that I used to make, the outer shape and the body design and the chambering come from somebody who's directly made those off of his original. I maintained the same specs for the neck, so it's got a 47 millimeter wide neck with about a 41 mil nut spacing. It's a 0 fret. There's a string guide. The neck angle is the same that he used. I can't remember what it was. It's just a few degrees. So these strings really don't drop too much. But I still get really good sound out of it. I'm really surprised. I've never made a 0 fret, and I really like it. It's a 24-inch scale length, 24 frets. These pickups are Trisonic Brian May. They sound awesome. I'm about to turn this thing on. The top is mahogany, the back is mahogany, it's all chambered. The bridge is super bizarre, but it's very solid. I like the way it feels. And then the tremolo, again, is his patented, spring-based tremolo. Works great. The strings really come directly back to their original position after using it. It's actually really good. The strings that I have on this are 10s. They've only been on it for about 18 hours, and so it's still coming out of tune a little bit, but it sounds great. The pickups each have their own on and off switch and their own phase inverter, and so I'm gonna play through each one of these, but I'm also gonna play some iconic Queen riffs through the settings that Brian used on the recordings. And this thing sounds exactly like his guitar. I'm really surprised at how similar this sounds to his recordings, because I could build a Les Paul, use the same pickups as a recording artist, and it just won't sound the same. This sounds exactly like Queen stuff. Get that really neat tone. There's your jack. The body's solid mahogany that I've chambered, and so this is really good quality stuff. The neck is 25 millimeters at the first fret and about 26.9, 27 down here at the 12th fret, which is exactly what his dimensions were. I did, however, after reviewing a lot of the photos that they have of the back of his original, you could see where he hadn't uniformly cleaned out a lot of the underside of the neck. So I made sure to keep the specs correct, but I rounded it so that it's a little more uniform. Feels really good, even though it is very thick and chunky, but playing on it for just a little bit, you really get, it feels good, it's comfortable. I've got the action set really low, so it's just a touch is all it takes. And today's gonna be cool because I've actually bought one of these little VOX headphone amplifiers. This thing is only like $30. It plugs directly into your guitar. It's got tremolo, flanger, reverb. It's got gain and clean and a tone setting. And I'm gonna run this demo through this VOX AC30 amplifier. I've got a Roland bass cube that's set to 5 on everything. And so I'm gonna play this guy through that amplifier. And we'll go through some gain settings and stuff. So check this thing out. It really sounds awesome. So I've got the VOX. We'll do clean. So I've got clean all the way up, and my tone is at 5. Volume's all the way up, tone's all the way up. We'll just go through each one of these pickup settings. And so I've got them all off. Neck pickup is now on. You can see why he used a treble booster. speeds up a lot once you start engaging these other pickups. So here is the neck in the middle in phase. Here's the neck in the middle out of phase. Here's the neck by itself, or the middle by itself. Here's the middle and the bridge in phase. And then here's the bridge and the middle out of phase. And then here is the bridge by itself. So with just, these 6 switches, you get every combination possible. And so what Brian did is he ran gain through the bridge in the middle in phase, and then he rolled down the volume to control his clean sounds. You really need the treble booster when he does the neck pickup. There's still some lacquer on the frets. Kind of makes bending weird. And these are 10s. I've got some 9s in the mail. I'm really excited to put some lighter gauge strings on this. So I can really bend, you know, up full whole step, step and a half bends like he did. I've got a 6-pence. I've played with it on this a little bit. Kind of scares me. So I don't want to chip anything or damage it. It's in really good shape. Feels great, sounds great. I really can't believe how similar it sounds to his original. And again, I'm just running this thing through this little VOX headphone amp. These are great. They come in a bunch of different varieties too. There's like a clean one and a crunch one. This is just your standard one. But this one's got tremolo, which is what I really bought it for. It's because tremolo is so hard to find. In these little pocket things. This guitar also has a really great jazz tone. Pickups. They're made a little differently than normal pickups where a bobbin is wound with copper wire and magnets are inserted into it. The way they do this is they actually wind, they just make a loop of copper threads and then wind it on itself until they get it. And they just wrap that around this coil, a bar magnet, and then shove it in this case. It's kind of like a lipstick pickup. All three of them on in phase. Through the middle out of phase. This has just so many different options. Guitar. It's got a great personality, feels awesome. Definitely recommend these little things. This little guy is invaluable. I go on vacation, I can just take a guitar, this thing, some headphones. I even plug this thing through a Bluetooth speaker with an 1/8" male to male, just plug them together. Awesome. They sound great. This guitar is fantastic. I still haven't put the strap buttons on it yet, but it's heavily lacquered. And usually I don't like the feeling of heavy lacquer. This, his was definitely heavily lacquered, and that's why I did it. So this is as close to his original as I could reproduce with the help of RS conversions for all of this material, like the machining involved in building this bridge. It's all custom made stuff. And this guitar feels great, it sounds great. I'm really happy to have gotten the opportunity to build this. I never would have had somebody not requested it and financed it, That's the way I look at it. So, a piece of rock history recreated. Very happy with it. I'm sure the customer will be happy too. And remember, it's got a Psalm 99 Bible verse right here in the body. It's just a really cool guitar. Lots of personality. It sounds great, feels great. It's got a good voice. Thanks for checking in.